Welcome back to the channel. Thursday afternoon now. I was heading out to a couple of jobs out west, and this customer with the DX63 that I got running on Tuesday cut out on him this morning. Said he left the machine running, walked away from the machine and just stopped. So I jumped back on it and it didn't fire back up. That rack actuator, that new one, he tapped it with a pair of pliers, got the machine running again, and it cut out half an hour later. It worked all day yesterday with it, and broken down again. So obviously I've cancelled my plans for today, and I'm back up at it. Been here for 2 or 3 hours now. Still can't get it to go. Tried the old actuator on it, tried the new actuator. The throttle body seems to be moving freely. I've had all the head off again, just making sure everything in there is right. So I'm not having a good day today, like. I'm not gonna film much today. I'm in a bit of a bad mood. But yeah. Just thought I'd show you the good, the bad and the ugly of this job, and this is the ugly. And I'm freezing. Oh, it's just not my day. It is 5:10. I've just got to this dumper for not starting. Jumped on it, turned the key on, and sure enough it doesn't start. Seat belt works, the seat switch works, park brake works, so I don't know what's wrong with it, and just been told that I need to go home because they're locking the site up. So I'll come back here tomorrow morning, first job of the day. It's just in Carlisle, like, so it's not out of the way to come. Oh, good night's sleep and all will be well, won't it? See you in the morning. Morning, we're back at the Mechlac dumper. We're not starting. Got a bit of snow last night, which is just a little bit like, it makes things a bit messy. But a good night's sleep, and yeah, we'll put yesterday behind us, try and put that to the back of my head, and crack on with the jobs on that I need done today. So we'll go and see what the dumper's doing, and hopefully we'll get this one to start. Right, so I came to it last night, and right enough it didn't start. I only tried it a couple of times, and the lads have obviously had a go on it this morning because there's nobody about. The customer phoned us to see if I made it yesterday because they saw the tracks in the mud where I'd parked my van. So they've had a go at it this morning, it wouldn't start. But what I found is if you sit in the seat, screen comes on, it tells you to put your seatbelt on. So I put my seatbelt on. It'll probably start now, but if I wiggle this seatbelt about, it doesn't. It's telling us it wants to service in 89 hours. I'll have a look at this wiring for the seatbelt here. I've also got no green beacon with the seatbelt plugged in, so I've got no power on that pole. And I don't know whether it earths through the pole or whether it's got its own pole, earth terminal on the pole, so I'll strip this down and have a look in here. You can see there the problem, look, it's telling me to put my seatbelt on and the seatbelt's plugged in. If you kind of rattle it about a bit, it comes right. I think it's the switch inside the belt clicker. It's okay now. I'm getting a new one of them. Tell you, I'm getting all the good jobs, so I could get it to start, but when I put my multimeter onto the plug for this seatbelt switch, it was working perfectly. The switch itself was perfect every single time. Even if I rattled it about, it worked. However, the green beacon still wasn't working, and what I've found is the seat switch is actually a bit dodgy. The seat switch gives the seat belt its power, so when you sit in the seat, it gives power to the belt switch, which then puts your beacon on. You can see it is working now. But if you sort of move around on the seat, it stops it from working. So I think I've got an issue with the seat switch. So I'm going to get a seat base switch organised for it. That'll do the job grand. It's taken us a bit longer than I expected at this job, but at least I've got an answer. I'm not going to come back with the wrong bit and have the same problem. I'm going to head back out west to the jobs that I was heading to yesterday. I've got a 140 LCR with that fan speed sensor to change out. I've got that on the van, but he phoned us yesterday afternoon and asked if I could take with me some bucket teeth for one of his digging buckets. So I'm going to nip back into the yard now and pick those up, because obviously I've come straight from home to this job this morning. And then when I finish that job, hopefully I'll catch a 9-ton dumper that needs one of those oil pressure switches reworked, so I'll get that one on the way back. And that'll be the day put in. No drama, hopefully. No unexpected surprises. Right, I'll tell you something else as well. I was going to do, when I went to the show last night, I was going to do a bit of a show tour, but I was just in that much of a bad fettle with myself, and to be fair, I got chatting away to folk as well, so I didn't do it. But yeah, it was a good show, and there was plenty of folk about to chat to. Yeah, good crack. Right, I'm gonna head and get these bucket teeth. So this 140 LCR, it has a check engine light on the dash. Sit down, I'll just show you. You look down here, got a check engine light. If I go into the real-time failure codes, there it is. Failure information, real time. There's nothing showing. There's nothing there. So I've got my laptop plugged onto it, and I can go to the active codes here. Where are we at? We've got engine fan clutch output device driver current below normal. It's happened 255 times, and if I go to the fan speed, where is it at? Cooling fan. Desired engine fan speed should be 537 RPM, and the actual is twice that. So I've got a fault with the fan clutch basically. I had a look at this fault on the channel a couple of weeks ago and checked the wiring, and everything seemed okay, and I put it down at the fan clutch. So I've got one with me today, and I'm also going to put a fan belt on it. If you remember, I serviced this machine, it's quite a while ago now, but the fan belt wasn't in great shape, and I said if we're going to do the fan clutch, we might as well do the fan belt at the same time. So I'm going to get all that done today, and then I've just had a bucket brought round, got some bucket teeth to go on it, so I'll get that done afterwards. Alright, so what I need to do for this job is I need to replace this clutch assembly down here. This is the fan speed sensor wiring, and also it controls the fan clutch. So yeah, what I need to do is separate it here because this comes with it, although you screw this off, it's a left-handed thread. And I'd like to try and leave the fan in here to save me having to take all these pipes off here. I might have to take this boost pipe off, fan guard off, and just let it swing round that way. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. So there's the big hole where the fan hub used to sit. That's it there. Now what I need to do next is separate this here, and it's a left-handed nut, so I need to remember that when I put it in the vise, and I will get it wrong for a moment or two, but that's that off. We'll replace that, but I'm gonna have some lunch. I'm absolutely starving, so it must be well after lunchtime now. So I've had lunch. I'm gonna strip this hub off here, so I need to put that on there, maybe there, like that. 50mm spanner, give that a good crack with a big hammer. One of my big hammers up on the top of the digger, so I'll just give it a crack here now, see what happens. And remember, that looks like I'm tightening it, I think. I'll hit it and see what happens. Woof. There we go. Unscrew that and replace it. So here's the new one. Just check it's the same or similar. Looks about right. Same 206, 206. Same part number. Didn't realise, but the LCR is a different part number to the conventional. Oh, then which way do I need to turn this? That way, isn't it? There we go. See if that's staying out my way. There we go. Put that back in there. Spanner on it. Right, before I refit that, I'm going to need to replace the fan belt. I don't have to try and feed it over the fan. I'll gather this gear up and I'll see you back up top. So halfway through it now, I've got it all back together. I need to get my pry bar from the belly plate because I dropped it, and tighten those bolts up there that hold the whole assembly together. And then it's just fan guard, plug it in, turbo pipe here, boost pipe. That'll be it. Oh, there we go, all put back together, looking good. all that's left to do now is start it and run it and check that I've fixed it. Now I record, and it's bad to see in the light, I know, but you can see the desired fan speed at the top there, 537. Actual fan speed sitting a lot better now. It does vary. I've never found them to be spot on like, but it's a good guide, especially when you're seeing double the RPM that it should be doing. So yeah, job sorted. I've got some teeth to put on that bucket next. I get teeth on that successfully. That's probably the third bucket I've ever put teeth onto. Don't have to do it like. Right, I'll gather up all my tools, we'll have a square up and then I'll crack on with that next. There you go, look, it's sort of synced up a bit now. I'm happy with that. Better. Anyone that doesn't know how to change or how the teeth work, basically you've got like a stub behind here where you've got like a recess that this spring washer sits in, and it isn't just wide enough to fit over the pins, so when you braid the pin through you've got this notch here, and that lock nut clamps hold of the pin, and then that holds the tooth on. So all you need to do, I did mess up. I worked from this side that way, taking them off, and then I should have fitted them that way, coming back the way. Because when I put this one on here, I couldn't swing a hammer very hard past it to hit this pin in, you see. So I should have started at that end and worked my way back. Learning. Right, I'll have a tidy up. Get on to the next job. So I'm on my way to do this oil pressure switch on this dumper while I'm out this way. The postcode that I had for the bit where the dumper, well, where the hire firm told us where the dumper was, it was the wrong site. So when I got there, and there was plenty of 9-ton dumpers, they just weren't Mechalak dumpers. There goes my phone. So anyway, I've turned up at this site. They'll have it parked up waiting for you. Site's shut, and they've obviously modified the clasps on there. You need a special tool for them now. You used to just need a 22mm spanner. I have a feeling there might be another site entrance the other side, but I'm not holding my breath like there's no one about. No, there's no other way in. No other way in. But I should have thought on really. Friday, they'll have finished at lunchtime maybe, I don't know. Should have gone there first. Oh dear. Oh well, just have to do it another day. It's a bad job like. I bet if I didn't go to the other spot, I might have just snuck in like. Right, I'll head back to the yard then, 4 o'clock, so yeah, I'll be back before 5 o'clock. Empty the van. I've got a new throttle actuator ordered for that DX63. I've ordered the Doosan one this time because like I found out with getting that head for that pump, that engine, there's 48 different possibilities of fuel pumps on it. So we did get the actuator from Yanmar, but if we order it from Doosan, we know it's the right one. So yeah, that'll be Monday's job. Go back to that and see if we can resurrect it again. Oh dear. They do try your patience, those jobs, like. They do. Anyway, I'm sort of, other than that pressure switch, I would have been caught up. So it's not too bad. Get Monday out the way, and then I know I've got a service to do out this way in the next couple of weeks, so I'll catch that pressure switch when I go and do that, I suppose. Right, it's the weekend, so I hope you all have a good one. I'll catch you on Monday, and yeah, thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and keep an eye out on Instagram and TikTok for more bits and pieces between videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.